All right, here we go. Score predictions, Toby Rizzo. Crazy 8 versus GSVC, two very good players. Toby Rizzo says 6-3 GSVC. I'm going to wager in 6-4 GSVC. All right. Got to get into streamer mode. Hopefully my microphone's not too bad. I bumped it up a little bit after the last stream. I thought it was a little bit too quiet, so we'll see how this is. But all right, so GSVC attacking C6 right now. At B7 to defend, and Black is not. I mean, both players in very good positions. Black is pretty safe right now. Knight at E5, attacking both F7 and C6 here. I think the idea is sacrifice the knight here. Take B6 to C5, and then pick up the pawn with the queen there, and then fork the fork the rook here. So I wonder if Crazy 8 will just ignore it, or no, that's a pretty sensible defense. And bishop c4, attacking the pawn at f7. I think just, yeah, at d5. White has to retreat. You're also covering the pawn at e4 a little bit. Pretty safe play from both of these players right now. They're pretty bored with the light squares here. His bishop also attacking more light squares. Although this knight is also defending some light squares as well. Yeah, and I think Black might, yeah, retreat to H5 here. I feel like f3 will potentially be an issue down the road here with this pawn on e4. But f5, attacking the queen on d6. I feel like White maybe is trying to work in on the light squares here. I think this is going to move to h4. And attack the bishop on g6. I think pretty slow play so far. I mean, white's down at 48 seconds. Black's at significantly more time. Feels like white has more pieces. Still fairly even right now. I think black is definitely in a much safer position right now. Although his bishop's kind of useless right now. I mean, white can always just castle at any time, but obviously under direct threat. Bishop takes d5 here. If black decides to take, that'll open up this file here. White can take the pawn on c7, and also that's putting the squeeze on black's king. Black opts to go for it. Oh no! Picking up some material here. So early lead for GSVC, 1 up. Hello Rosie, how's it going? I'll try and pay a little bit. I'm like kind of focused a little bit on the board. I'm like I need like a ping or something to go off of in the chat here to let me know that like someone's said something. All right, haven't really been paying attention to the board at all here. Interesting position. I mean, black's white can't take that. Well, one, it's being defended by the knight here, but if white were to take that, you have a fork here on c2 with the. So black's got nothing in the pocket right now. So this knight's being pinned down. White's up on time. Black is having to think right now. This might be, yeah. So I think white wants to knock this queen off this file here, because if this were to open up, then White's queen is pinned down, which allows black's knight to move in on c2. So I think white is trying to knock this queen around, and white trying to reclaim control of this file with that d2. If he moves bishop d2, then that opens up b2 right here. Yep, d2. Players are so good that it's hard to really envision what they're thinking of. I mean, obviously, other than like the obvious moves, let's say, it's hard to kind of think about what their next role is. I mean, these guys are looking 2, 3, 4 players ahead, or moves ahead, rather, I should say. But that's a pretty sensible move at g6. Try and get this knight out of the way. I mean, it's not directly attacking black's king right now, but it is very annoying. And it's also still threatening e7 and d4 here. So I can't see. Yeah, I think g3 was a safe move. I like black's position a little bit more right here, I think. So white Bishop c4, opening up, allowing the castle, developing a little bit more, defending the queen as well. Black opting for h5. Might try to march the pawn up there and then threaten this knight again. I'd say almost h4 to counter to stop this pawn marching up. But white opting for e4, attacking black's queen. Both players on their 1 minute mark now. I feel like black is a little bit more I mean, black's got more pieces on the board right now, but you know, white's got two knights in the pocket. A little bit more control of the center. I mean, it's I'd say it's about fairly even right now. 95. Yeah, so knight e5. I mean, attacking these light squares, trying to open up f7, I believe. Queen at f5 defends quite reasonably. I think we're going to get into a bit of a time scramble. A bit of a slow game. I mean, like both players down at 20 seconds are only at move 19 right now, almost on move 20. Black trying to bang this knight around. I'm going to guess. Nope. Yeah, so knight g5 right here. Takes. So, I mean, white down a significant amount of time right now. Black has a lot more material. Very nice move. Knight at h4. Defending, attacking g2 as well as defending f4. If the queen were to take without this rook being here at this point, white can't take because of this nice little fork. And white is seriously low on time. I mean, white's queen is fairly undefended right now. But not much material in the pocket right now. I mean, black is still nice and safe. Ooh, white ignoring c2. I mean, this knight's a bit useless right now. I think taking rook e4, maybe. It's hard to predict when we get down to these time scrambles. They just move so quickly, and I am not a good bullet crazy house player. But white looks like white has the edge right now, but can white find mate in this time scramble right now? This bishop's going to defend knight at f4. White has to do something right now. White has to either mate or white has found mate. Very nice. Very good. Very nice game. So tied 1 up, or 1-1 right now, I should say. Be interesting to see if these players decide to play the same lines, or if they, try out a line once or twice, realize, okay, my opponent's prepared for this, and they move on to a different line, or if they just keep trying to hammer the same line because that's what they've practiced and looked at the theory on and everything. White attacking the light squares right now. I think maybe castling or bishop at e6 right now would be a nice safe play. Bishop at f5. Yeah, I mean this is defending g6 also allows the chance for this bishop to be developed if white were to take it with the bishop on d3. Yep, and that's exactly what happens. White castles. And I mean this knight is a pain right now. Defending any h3 shenanigans. I'd say black's next move is to get this knight out of here to open up the weaknesses around the white squares. The bishop at b3. Yeah. Trying to open up this diagonal right here. Black's still working on the light squares, but I mean with these two knights here defending the light squares, I think this knight here needs to be attacked. Yeah, pawn at g5. I think white needs to defend this with another knight at e2. No, that's opening up pawn. Well, black has no pawn in hand right now for h3 unless they decide to waste the bishop at h3. Maybe could even do pawn g4. No, opting for bishop at c2. Yeah, I think black retreating the bishop to e4 there was trying to draw this knight in order to move this pawn up a little bit. Oh, yeah, black slowly working in on the light squares. I mean, white holding a lot of material in the pocket right now. 2 knights, 2 bishops, opting to just ignore pawn takes g2 and instead of threatening. But I mean there's no immediate threat right now. Bishop at a2. Yeah, that was a little bit of an odd move there, I think. I mean, I'm no expert, but GM things, I guess. Black just ignoring this. I mean, black is out of material right now. Black's in a very solid position, sacrificing the bishop to get some more pawn development right now. White ignoring as well, just to maybe potentially open up this file here and then start an attack. Yeah, this is swung wildly. I don't think black can afford to. The idea for move 13a3 is revealed now. Yeah, like gsvc. I mean, how many moves ago was that? 22. And now black has like this is a big problem for black right now. Time's ticking down. This rook is a big pain in the ass. And I don't think there's any direct mate right now. Maybe bishop can take this pawn a little bit. Knight at f3, h3, maybe knock the king around a little bit, but But I mean, this pawn is undefended right now. I don't know how black's going to do. Like, black has taken a very long time to think about this. This is tough. F3. There's got to be a mate here, I think. I mean, this bishop is defending, but white has lots in the pocket. I think white could just afford to be very inefficient. Maybe rook x f7, bishop x7. Yeah. Yeah, this is nasty. This is nasty. Black opting to just ignore it. Black just doesn't have enough right here to I don't see any mates if white decides to take. I don't see anything. I mean, maybe bring the queen down, but just pawn e3. I think black's just going for a Hail Mary right now. I think rook takes, knight moves, knight there. I think that is the in right there. Rook, queen x g7. We'll have a look at that after. There's definitely got to be a mate there. I think black can just take that. Or white can take, yeah, black has nothing right now. I'll have a quick look at that game towards the end there. I wonder, there had to have been a mate right there. Takes, so let's see, queen x. So I thought maybe rook. No, there's no mate there. Oh, queen defends. Okay. Yeah, there's mate in. It's not the mate that I saw, but all right. Yeah, this feels very similar. I think there's rook g8 was a different move. But GSVC 2-1 now. Yeah, everyone, that was ridiculous. What was that? Bishop was that bishop b2? Was that? Or was that? No, it was bishop a2. Yeah, that was bishop a2. What a move. What a move that was last game. Everyone's going, what the hell was that? And then GM doing GM shit. Who could have saw that? GM doing GM shit. I feel like this is very annoying for black right now. I mean, that pawn once a pawn gets on e5, I think it's such a hindrance and it's so annoying, and if you don't deal with it in like an effective manner, then it just spirals after that, and just it's very annoying to have to deal with that, especially if it's defended on the other dark squares. Then you're just dealing with that all game. But another kind of a slow game. Knight h5 attack in g7, maybe for Oh yeah. White's got two pawns in the pocket right now, so White's looking to develop off of the pawn at e5 here and work the way in, I think. But also so e4. A little bit sharp, I think. I was thinking White could have either attacked on f3 or pawn at c4 to knock this pawn. But both players opting just to trade right now. This is annoying for Black. But knight b4, attacking c2 and the queen on d5. Is this a potential... White could check. Black would be forced to retreat potentially. Or Black could just ignore it with maybe pawn at c6. I'll see if what Black wants to do as well. But this, without this knight x5, queen b4. Knight x5, queen d4. What? What the hell's this? What was that? What was that? Man, I'm just all sorts of lost now. I don't even know what's going on. I keep pinning the queen down. I think Black can just play at c3. What is going on in this game right now? I am lost. I am lost and confused. I guess Black decides to take, bishop takes. I don't even know what's going on this game anymore. Imagine it's too late. I don't even know how to cover this game anymore. I am just baffled at this point. I got so lost, and now we're just into a frantic time script. Black doesn't have, neither of them have shit right now, I don't think. White losing out on time. What an odd game that was. I don't know. I don't know. Let's have a look at that quickly. All right. What is even going on here? Oh no, that was actually what? That was actually suggested from Stockfist. Queen X H2. Interesting. What an yeah, that is beyond me. That is way random moves paid off. That is way beyond my level of comprehension. Queen takes H2. That is way beyond me. I don't understand that at all. Maybe it was on purpose to open up the H file. Because I don't think white hadn't castled that game yet. So maybe I don't know. I got nothing. All right. Hopefully I can follow this game a little bit more. What happened? Alright, I think black trying to pin this knight down. Bishop d3. Attacking g6 as well as defending e4 here. Black still opting to go for it. I think white might have to defend c3. But black could also sacrifice on f2 here to knock the king up. Yeah, bishop d2 to defend. I don't think white wanted to take that because I would just allow this pawn to move up and start a ladder of pawns here. But maybe knight takes f2, pawn at e4. Nope, black just castles. I think white might have to castle here as well. Yeah. I mean, this pawn is hanging right now, so maybe potentially white plays knight at g4. I don't particularly like this pawn structure right now. Black's king feels a little bit weak. You know, further down the game, these two bishops here might be an issue. I don't think that was a good move. Alright, what's going on here now? So black trying to make I think that was pretty inefficient. White just ignores. Yeah, black has no knights in the pocket right now. Rook e1, says Jusugi. Yeah, white can just ignore this pawn at g2 right now. This is not a threat. And now white has all 4 knights in the pocket right now. So black hitting all. f3, good game. Ooh, that was a bit of a clever move right here. Yeah, black is just hammering the light squares right now. So this is just, I think, crumbling right now. There's no black. Yeah, f3 is a killer move right there. And now this bishop, this black diagonal has been opened up. black has to defend a little bit. Yeah, bishop x h6. So I kind of predicted earlier, once everything opens up here, that would be an issue, and that's all now come to light. And white just has 4 knights in the pocket. That's oof. So I wonder if white is going to hang on to those just to be a pain in the ass, because I mean there's a mate threat in 1 right now with knight at g3 from black. So I wonder if we're going to get into a little bit of a stalemate here, where white's just trying to withhold these knights, and because this is a super good game, says Jasugi. Bishop at 2, bishop at a2, win. Yeah, bishop at a2. Oh, wow, well played. Happy face. What the fuck? Did GSVC? I don't. Did GFC's fuck, I can't talk. GSVC. Did he just blunder this? No bishop. Did he just blunder that mate, or judging by Jasugi's reaction, it looks like he did maybe. I don't think GSVC has anything right now, and I mean he has to either find a mate right now or defend on h3, or he's just screwed. I think GSVC maybe saw something there that there had a bit. I mean, there might have been a stockfish mate there, one of these crazy, mate in 32 moves that no human will ever see. But has to defend on h3. Has to defend on h3. Rook at h1. White just ignores, sidesteps it. White's only got another knight in pocket right now. Yeah, so white threatening. So white defending. Takes. I think white is... Nope, that's just mate. That's just mate right there. Well played by Crazy 8. Now let's see. Let's go back here. Did white have anything? White had a mate in 5. So... yeah. Okay, so what does Stockfish say here? Okay, so that was good. Oh, that's where it is, I think. Yeah, because white had opted to take there. White needed to knight at g5 takes. Knight at f6 has to be taken by the queen. Oops. Yeah, I think white got a little bit out of himself there. White got a little bit. What is crazy? Pawns are not bishops, queens from f8, and don't mind me, I'm just leaving a list of things not to forget. Alright, completely missed the beginning of this game. I don't know what this opening... I am terrible with like opening names and theory and everything like that, but black playing kind of a unique opening here. This has not been seen yet. White has lots of development going on right now. I mean, black's relatively safe right now. But bishop is just left hanging, right? I don't think there's any way for white to defend. I mean, this rook is annoying. This bishop can potentially be annoying down the game. Does black just ignore this rook here? Interesting. Pawn g3, if white takes, queen takes. Yep. Maybe then queen has to I think white has to defend on f2 right here. Oh. Black has to keep this knight here to defend d8. What's the score? I'm on phone. I think black has to defend on f2 right now. But then that's going to allow So queen c4. What is this doing? Pawn at d5. This is still open, I think. I think f2 is going to be a big problem. Black has two diagonals, so bishop at f2. King has to retreat. Well, that's a nice fancy move there from white. Defending f4 with the knight, and then also threatening a discovery check, I believe. Check by discovery, whatever the hell it is, I don't know. Alright, but how does black? I think, come on, give me that bishop at f2. But bishop at f2, I mean, it doesn't have the same prevalence now because now this knight on e6 is blocking this bishop here. But it still puts black in a kind of a shitty spot. Or, sorry, white. Bishop f2. No, it has to defend. No, I think that's sensible, yeah. White absolutely has to do something here after that queen sacrifice. White has to do something. Is this mate here? Wasn't queen x5 mating? Guess this is safe. White's got... I don't think white has anything right now. I mean... White's got nothing to attack this king, and... I think... Can... Have a quick look at this game. Oh, geez, Stockfish is just crashing my computer hard right now. Jeez. Let's try that again. Why is it on multivariate? Alright. Let's try and have a quick look at this. Was at any point something on f2 viable? Yeah, white just had nothing here. And then this move, this opening up this square is very bad. White had absolutely nothing right here. White had nothing. All right. 4-2 GSVC. Couple of finchettos going on. Oh, white offering to play F1 instead of actually castling. Offer says King F1 Crazy Era style. So Crazy Era is like a AI crazy house engine that is very, very, very strong. I can't remember what game it was, but I was watching GSVC. I think he was just playing just some random game he was playing. I can't remember exactly what it was. Maybe preparation, or he's in an arena or something. But he was on Discord anyways, and I said something silly. I was just kind of trash talking a little bit, and somebody had whispered or said to him in Discord what I had said. And he writes back in the chat. He's like, I can see what you're talking about. It's like, no. So a bit of a silly thing that's happened in the past with me and GSVC. Alright, I haven't really been paying attention at all to this game. Visual Dennis says, slow ZH. So both players opting for a lot of defense. And, alright, let me have a quick look at this, see if I can figure out where this game is potentially going. I think black is, again, trying to move in on the light squares. Black trying to move in on the black, or so yeah. Sorry, black trying to move in on the light squares, and white trying to move in on the dark squares by the looks of things. Maybe, yeah, bishop at e5 here. Try and get this bishop a bit more active. And then also, this is threatening, this pawn is just hanging right now. So, yeah, knight at e6. Attacking both these bishops here. White just choosing to ignore. And potentially... Yeah, I think white's choosing to ignore. If black takes, white can take this pawn here on h6. And I think that was a very sensible move right here. Knight takes f6 to defend h5. Bishop d4, attacking f2 as well as defending f6. I think pawn at e3 might be a safe move. This bishop has to keep here to defend g3, I think. I mean, this pawn on h6 is still hanging right now. Bishop at e3, yep. I wonder, does white just go for an attack right now, or... Wow, nice move, e5. At e5. Black takes, knight forks the queen right now. And if black just ignores it, yeah, so if black takes, that is a very nice move. Knight e5 instead of e5 could work too, says Dennis. Yeah, so black has to ignore that right now. Oh. It looks like a free knight, but another fork going on. Oh no. Oh no. What was black doing taking the bishop? That was a bit of a blunder there. Yeah, I mean 12 points, 14 for white, 16. Yeah, white taking the rook, or sorry, black taking that was just a big blunder on black's part. Big oversight. I keep switching back and forth between full screen and window mode. Like, you go to full screen, and every time I run my mouse up here, you get this, give yourself a seizure with it, the taskbar showing up again. So, but I mean, in full screen, you can see a little bit more, but I'm also, I don't know, maybe I might have to dick around with the resolution a little bit. All right, what's going on here? What does black play? Yeah, c6, develop a little bit. I think black wasn't able to take. Black had to ignore this pawn right here. Takes, opens up. Yeah, so black. Queen takes on d6. Also threatens. I think black has to retreat back to d8 maybe. Yeah. White just developing. Trying to get a fork here on for the rook. Now, is e5 or maybe d6? I think d5. I mean, you're going to get a lot of. There's a lot of coverage on e5 right now. Black castling. I think that's a pretty safe move. Does white go for? Yeah, goes for the free pawn. But also, that leaves this pawn open too. So, potentially just black ignore the rook and go for d4. Yeah, it goes for d4. I mean, this is arguably, I think white has to take. No. White has to take. So if white takes, black defends. I mean, this knight's being defended right now by the bishop. If white takes, then you got these two bishops here, and I don't think white can take there. I mean, having your knight right there. I don't think white taking the rook on a8 was a. I don't think that was a good move. It just allows a bit too much development here on e5. And we'll look at that on Stockfish, move 13 or move 12 rather. We'll see what Stockfish says there, but I don't think that was a good move by black, or white rather. But white really having to think about this now. I mean, this is the final game on the line right now. GSVC's up 5-2, so if GSV wins this, he moves on, and Crazy 8 still has a chance to go down to the losers bracket. Pawn at c7. So I mean, black looking like that's just a free bishop there, but this diagonal is being backed up by the queen and bishop. Rook at d8. Yeah, so this is still. The dark squares are I won't say being hammered right now, but this is, I don't like this for white, or don't like this for black rather. I just realized too the title was CWC 2025 round 3. I don't know how I did that. All right, wasn't paying attention. What's going on here? Bishop d6, takes. Yeah, so I think that was a pretty sensible move by black there. Because this queen being backed up by the bishop, hammering this diagonal was a pain in the ass. But now this has also opened up this bishop here. So white seems to have a little bit of a comeback in this game. Black just open to, says screw it, takes it. We got these two bishops backing each other up. But takes. This bishop's by himself now. So knight d5, trying to attack in on e7. Bishop g5. Yeah, black really hammering these three bishops on the dark squares right now. Yeah, so black has to defend. If black doesn't, and this knight coming down. I don't think White has to watch himself right now. I think time's coming down. There's no attack here from white. I mean, black is just solidified in there. GSVC's got 30 seconds right now. Can black wiggle his way in? Knight at f6 ideas. Oh, white just barely reacting in time. Black's still defending, but for how long? Sorry, white is still defending, but for how long? Maybe rook at f1? No, white is defending this handily right now. White's really got to watch his time. As white found something right now. I don't think there's... That's a good game. Oh, no. This is still going. Drastic time scramble right now. This is just too fast. Oh no, that's me. White resigns. Good games. Good games. GSVC takes it 6-2. I think Toby had predicted 6-3. I predicted 6-4 for GSVC. So let's go back here. I had said that the downfall for white, I think, started with knight taking a4. No, it wasn't as bad as a move as I thought. But, I mean, black's up marginally right now. Doesn't appear to be any like massive blunders by either player. It's just black just making slow increments over and over and over again here. Yeah, it's just black. It all started good. I mean, white was in the lead for most of the game here, but then rook at e8. Yeah, all this trading here, especially knight queen taking f4 allowed knight at e2. Get into a bit of a time screen. Did white have anything? No, white never. No, the analysis is still here that white never had anything. I mean, black defended really well here. Yeah. There it is. Oh, good games. Pretty good series. So, all right, that's it for this stream. I will see everyone later on the. I don't know. I don't think I'll be around tomorrow for Iffy Internet versus on how do you pronounce Anjur Nakamura? Yeah, I don't think I'll be. I'm going golfing in the morning, so we'll have to